Hey, looks like we are back live. Sorry for the delay. We had some technical issues. We are back now, and as we see, most of our runners are retracing each other's footsteps. As we found the mirror and Turtle Rock, we found the flippers in Pod, and as it is, we are just a little away from go mode at this point,
and possibly Bombos.
and possibly Bombos, because we won't know until we get the flutes. So,
Right. But there's a 66% chance that we have the medallion required for Meyer.
yep, and we are seeing Chemo is going to grab that cape off of the floaty island here. Be interesting to see if there would be something on Bumper Ledge, as we haven't seen it yet. And go ahead.
Well, what I was going to say is that, without knowing, it's better to have it and rather than to see it and well, I was right there. And we also see Technolink has the tempered sword.
Yep, they found a tempered sword in the Pyramid Fairy.
Ah, okay. Looks like Koi is going directly to Swamp Palace.
Chemo's going to show us what's in Spike Cave.
So Swamp Palace is pretty much the only new information that we will be getting. We have runners that have already completed Pod, so since we have not found the flute, it is reasonable to say it could be in Swamp Palace here. We'll find out. Also, Chemo is following Immortal Koi into Swamp.
Scrupulous having a little trouble with Tridex here. Not behaving.
Yeah, and also down to his last bit of magic, so he cannot miss too many more.
I guess the second head down now. And Master Sword Tridex is not fun.
Master Sword, any of the Dark World bosses are not fun.
Let's take Tridex out though. Still works out. Everything's fine. Gets a crystal.
It looks like Immortal Koi is not going to do Diver Down on the left side swamp, at least for now, which means he won't be able to do it later. Let's see if Chemo decides to do left side swamp or not. With a dungeon item, that pretty much confirms there's at least one item that'll be on the left side. Well, there's our flute, so we are Bombos from Go Mode. Potentially.
We are a potential Go Mode right now, so we'll find out as soon as Koi finishes Swamp here. So yeah, we're not going to see the left side of Swamp today.
Nope, does not look like it.
And technically being the only one with the book right now, it's going to check the Bombos tablet.
Yeah, that could be Vanilla Bombos. That could be interesting. We don't know if anyone checked the Ether tablet.
We find our other boomerang there. We have both boomerangs now. Right, and down goes Argus for the big key.
So there's 2 items left in Swamp Palace, and I think Immortal Core is just going to pretend that they don't exist, go activate that flute, and then see if he's in go mode or not. And if he's not, he'll do some more checks. Scrupula is doing some mirror checks. And Immortal Core will be able to potentially go mode Pod. And how often do you get to say that?
Hardly ever.
Right. So let's see. What is the Meyer Medallion? Oh, first we're going to stock up on potions. Mortal Koi has plenty of money he doesn't know what to do with. Alright, so here is the moment of truth. Are we going to be in a Bombos for Misery Mire? Or do we need one of the ones we already have? It is Ether. We are in go mode.
Yeah, just about an hour in, so now we're into Dungeon Rush mode.
Yep. And Scupula is doing some overworld checks. And unless I'm mistaken, it looks like Mortal Koi is probably not going to get the Tempered Sword, at least not from the Pyramid Fairy. He might find another one in Ganon's Tower, but unlikely that he will find the Tempered Sword on the Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, I mean, ideally you'd like to have at least a Tempered Sword against Ganon, but they do have Sword Arrows, so it's not completely terrible.
Well, it only cuts out 24 of this instead of 24 spins, it's 4 spins in that phase, but still a lot in the other two. It does help against Ganon, that's for sure, to have the Tempered Sword.
Oh yeah. No Godmire today, unfortunately.
Nope. And I believe we're gonna might have a vanilla big key today. I still don't quite get the Meyer key logic sometimes.
Well, if there's a small key in that firelock chest, ooh, half magic, nice. If there's a small key in the firelock chest there, in the top of it, there's a guaranteed vanilla big key. Um, so he's gonna search all the other chests here for the big key. There it is, right there.
Got it. So now, Corey, you still need a key to unlock that door, buddy. And now, unfortunately, that half magic is a little kind of too late because I could have used that on Trinex.
But because this is Mystery Mire, there are more than one ways to get to the boss.
There's a lot of ways to get to the boss in this dungeon. And Scoopula just doing more overworld checks. And I think he probably will be heading after he does the Bombos tablet to clear out Swamp Palace and get his go mode.
Book that was in Waterfall Berry, not really leading to anything, just kind of a red herring.
Yeah, well, especially where the flippers were, it makes sense that they are less likely to be needed, and so. And with silvers, the vitreous fight is so much faster. And Immortal Koi does finish his spooky action glitch. You're gonna see Vitreous fall like butter.
One arrow each per small eye, two for the big eye. Doesn't matter that he has a heart to have, it's already over.
Yep. And so now I know there's no bot, but if you guys would like to place in chat a number from 1 to 22 of where you guys think the big key will be, you can get your virtual invisible internet points.
What do you think today?
I'm going with my typical 6. I always have gone with that ever since I've commentated, so I'm always going to go with it. So I'm going with 6. How about yourself?
9.
9? Okay. So you have 6 and 9 here in the commentators booth.
Nice.
And we have lots of numbers flying around in chat. So let's see who is going to get it today. Get your imaginary internet points. Chemo is not that far behind. Neither is Technolink. We will be going off of Immortal Koi's run through GT since he will be there first. Down goes Vidi for Chemo, so he's going to be heading up to Ganon's tower. So only one of our runners has the tempered sword. The others do not. And the only thing is will Koi or Chemo find a tempered sword on their way through Ganon's tower? Because we know where the one of the swords are, which is on Pyramid Ferry.
Yeah, as per usual, Dead Rock's not playing nice on Death Mountain.
Yeah, I don't know who created those things, but that's just the worst. All right, so at the 1 hour, 9 minute, and 33 second mark, Immortal Koi has entered GT, and Chemo is right behind him. And he is starting on the right-hand side. So chest number 1 is $20. Chest number 2 is a heart piece. We are going to the left. And a bonk to go with it. Number 3, Bob's chest will live. That is the compass. Going to number 4 here in the skeleton room. Heart, small key in number 5. Number 6 is a piece of heart. And number 7 is another small key. All right, so continuing on with number 8. In the fireball room, it's just 3 bombs. Okay, number 9 will be here in the snake room here. And there's the big key, number 9. Did anyone get it?
I got it.
You got it. See? I should commentate with you more often.
I did it.
And apparently someone in chat saying the 4th sword was in left side swamp.
Oh.
So so there will be no sword upgrades the rest of the way for Chemo or for Immortal Core. They will be doing Master Sword Silver's Ganon, which isn't as terrible as Master Sword Silverless, but it is probably right up there. 12 spins in phase 1 and 2, and then 1 spin in each of phase 3, and then in phase 4, just 1 spin per silver arrow.
Techno Link does have that temperate sword, but I don't know if it's going to be enough time to make up.
Yeah, he's going to have to hurry. Mordecai is already into the gauntlet. If he goes full left and doesn't check the right at all, he might be able to make up some time, but he's got to go full left in order to do that.
So I'm not calling this match before it's done, because it's not done until you see that screen. The Triforce screen, so.
And down goes Landmolus 2 for Immortal Koi. He is going to head up to the Wizard Room. Techno Link looks like he might be doing Dark Magician, which is unfortunately not going to get him the big key. Chemo is also in the gauntlet. And Immortal Koi will be lighting some torches and hopefully not despawning Ganon's tower. As a runner, I've done it. It's one of the worst feelings in the world.
All right, we're safe. We're safe.
Chemo kills Landmolus 2, and I think Immortal Koi is looking for a sword, will not find it.
Yeah, it's too bad it's just a little bit off the beaten path there. You had to go left side swap or pyramid berry for it. It's just not something that's on the way.
No. It looks like Technolink is going not only full Dark Magician, he's going to go skip. He's going to go straight to the Armo side, so he is going to be really far into GT before he's going to be able to get up the tower. So this is really all unfortunate for him. Mortal Koi is just about to get up to Aga 2. And Chemo looking for a sword and not going to find it either. So at the 1 hour, 15 minute, 50-second mark, Immortal Koi has entered Aga 2.
It's
And
a
I
nice.
believe that was a triple?
That looked like a nice triple, yeah. Oh,
And
that
a
could.
0 and a double. And down goes Aga. 2 for Immortal Koi. He's going to fight the big pig. And he will be the first of our runners on the restream to fight Ganon. I do not know if he has anything in those those bottles.
He appears to be checking the pyramid for a sword. Not gonna find it there, unfortunately. And he's gonna drop down and fight Ganon now.
Yep. Chemo did not get the triple. Oh, takes a death. So that will make this fight start all over again. And down goes Aga 2 for Chemo, who will now be fighting the big pig. Technolink is now heading up GT. Scupula is heading through Mire.
Yeah, we got a race, folks. Hold on to your butts.
Yep. 12 spins in phases 1 and 2. 1 spin in per hit in phase 3, and then the silver arrows. And Chemo has dropped into face Ganon now. And Immortal Koi has entered phase 2. These two runners are right on each other's heels. Immortal Koi still on phase 2. I mean, he will be using one of his blue potions now. And Chemo has entered phase 2 as well. And Chemo has entered phase 3 first. So Chemo did a lot more double spins than Immortal Koi. So now they are neck and neck. About to go to phase 4 for Chemo.
One more hit, and that should be it for phase 3.
Yeah, we are in phase 4. Not as crucial to get the torch glitch with silvers, but Immortal Koi does get his first silvers. And so does Chemo. And down goes Ganon for Immortal Koi.
Ooh. Close one. Just has to cross that 1x3 bridge. And oh, Chemo just misses that arrow. And there it is. Finishing first on the restream. First place overall is a Mortal Koi with an official time of 1 hour, 20 minutes, 7 seconds. And right behind was Chemo finishing second overall with 1 hour, 20 minutes, 44 seconds. So very close race all around. Just less than 30 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. And get your GGs in chat for both of those runners. And then we still have Technolink, who is climbing the tower, and Scoopula, who's not far behind. He's going to enter his tower climb. And they traded places a few times during that Ganon fight, too.
Absolutely. It was anyone's race at that point. Scoopula enters GT. Technolink is taking on Aga 2.
Looks like Technolink also got the triple. And we are joined by Immortal Koi. GG's.
GG. Fun seed. It was crazy. I've never skipped the Village of Outcasts area. Skipped so much.
Yeah, it was unfortunate that we did find out where all 4 swords were. There was one on the left side of the swamp and the one in the Pyramid Fairy, and Technolink got the one in Pyramid Fairy, and Scoopula got the one on the left side of the swamp. So we knew all the information. Just unfortunate that they weren't in anyone's path, really.
Yeah, I almost went to Pyramid Fairy before Swamp, just because I did Tower of Hera and TR, but I was like, I'll just go to Swamp, do a Crystal.
And it was so close there at the end, too, because we are joined now by the second place finisher. As I was about to say, Chemo had the lead for a moment there on Ganon, but unfortunate mishaps with Ganon, and it just cost him. It fortunately cost him, and it was a really close match, though. Very fun to watch. GG, Chemo.
GG, Chemo.
GG's.
GG.
Yeah, Master Sword Ganon, I'm just not that good at. That's actually some silvers. I'd keep going for silverless lineups and then be like, oh, that's not what I want.
Yeah, it sucks. I didn't realize I think I had exactly 4 or maybe 5. Like, when I shot the final shot, I looked and it was 0. I was like, I didn't even realize how close I was.
Planning. Exactly enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I had 7 after Moldorm, and I was almost gonna pick up the pot because I usually waste a ton, but I was fine.
And just as we are finishing, Technolink has finished Ganon, and we'll have to cross the 1x3 bridge, and we'll finish third overall with official racetime.gg of 1 hour, 24 minutes, and 13 seconds. Get your GGs in chat for Technolink as well.
Yeah, GG's. I'm gonna almost surprised there isn't a faster time. There's like, it was potentially a pretty jet seat, but it's kind of risky to skip some stuff, I guess.
Yeah. And if the swords were more on the way, it would have been a lot faster too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I saw that flute, I was like, oh no. I spent way too much time doing other stuff. Like, I did all of Pendant Thieves, I definitely went and got the cape and did Spike Cave. It was like, wow, could have
Wow.
saved like many minutes here probably. And then it was stuff like if you just big brained like going to TR first before doing pod,
And
followed those flippers of swamp, like it could have been like a 106 or something probably.
yeah, speaking of which, we have our third place finisher here, Technolink, GG to you, who did Turtle Rock before pod. And what are your thoughts? We're waiting for Technolink to fix some issues here. We see Scupula trying to finish their climb up GT and into the torch room. But yeah, is there any other thoughts you'd like to say about the seed overall? I mean, it seemed pretty linear at points.
I've never had a seed where I just completely skipped all of Village Backcast and South Dark World. So it was pretty interesting. And then finding the mirror and TR, going straight to Swamp, and then getting the flute. It's like, wow, this feels really weird. And then go mode flute.
It was. Yep, you just had to go to like TR to get the mirror, to get the flips out of pod, and to get the flute out of swamp, and but yeah, it was a good race to watch. It was a lot of fun to commentate. And as reminder, please give our runners a follow as we see Scupula is trying to take out Aga 2 right now. They put on a great show for us today.
They did. And while Scupula is finishing, we do have a fourth place finisher, and this is not Yoho, finished in fourth place with a time of 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 10 seconds. And just behind him was Hitman 1382, finished in fifth place with a time of 1 hour, 29 minutes, and 23 seconds. So do you guys have anything else to add about the seed? That, I mean, it was, as Captain said, it was pretty straight, pretty linear. It didn't really allow for much like diversions.
Yeah, I was just do the crystals.
Just do TR forehead.
Yeah.
We were thinking up here in the commentators booth, had the hammer been in Hookshot Cave, we could have done TR even sooner. And how often do you say that? I think you guys were there at like 23 or 24 minutes in.
That's like Like, you know you're looking for progression on Death Mountains, but it doesn't show up, and then you get Mitts and Spiral Cave, and it takes all of your, like, brain power not to save and quit out of there. And check the other two. But it might have saved you time, because you'd been back faster.
That is certainly a possibility. I think Scupula saved and quit by accident. Because, yeah, it's so hard to be like, well, wait, what did I just get?
Yeah, yeah, I think that is what happened because it saw Sable quit and head right back on the mountain and be like, oh yeah, Dark Death Mountain's available. And Scupula's having a tough time here on Ganon.
I think that's his second Ganon hug. He still does a lot of damage, even on with the blue mail.
Yeah, I believe it's 6 hearts on blue mail for a Ganon hug.
If it weren't for Blue Mail, I'd be a few minutes slower yet, because I was down to half a heart there.
Was there anything? I think the only thing in South Shore was the lamp on the dam, right?
I believe so.
I could have skipped that. Well, I did that anyway.
I don't think you're skipping that. I don't know. I guess if you made an early Death Mountain play, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I did. Early Death Mountain, and I was thinking either Flute or Lamp is in South Shore, so I went ahead and checked it real quick.
Yeah, I mean, it's risky to skip Mini Moldorm Cave before hitting a Dark World.
Yeah.
I like the play though to save and quit out of Skull. It's without him. I didn't do that, but it's pretty smart.
Yeah, that's what I ended up.
I just full clear way over. I didn't do Smith Chain because that's just nonsense without mirror.
Scupula is entered phase 4 Ganon. And we have a 6th place finisher here at the Grace. Freddy in 3K finished at 1 hour 31 minutes 21 seconds. And Scupula takes down Ganon. Please get those GGs in chat for Scupula. Has to cross this bridge.
GG Scupula.
And finishes with a time of 1 hour 32 minutes 44 seconds. 7th place overall. 4th place on the stream. 1st place in the hearts.
I believe there's still one person racing, so they will finish on their own. Anything else? I will go see if Scupula wants to join us as well in the commentators booth to talk about the sea a little bit as well. But any final thoughts while we wait for Scupula?
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Link here as well now. GG's.
Yes, it took switching to my cell phone to get Discord to work.
Oh no.
No. But at least you're here now, and that's all that matters.
Yes,
I was
now.
speedrunning tech support.
All right. Well, yeah. So, what are your thoughts on the seed here, then?
It was super fast, and I felt like I was checking too many checks as I look back, because it was. I'm pretty sure I could have theoretically ignored things like. Let me remember. Yeah, going right in GT was pretty much a loss of 2 minutes at least, if not more, because it was a firebar room.
Yeah, finding that book in the waterfall berry too proved not to hold anything useful.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, the moment I got the mirror, subsequently I got the flippers from Palace of Darkness, so I went, if I recall correctly, straight into Dark World once I got the mitts from the mountain, went to Skullwood, found that hammer, and I was like, well, I have everything to clear TR, let's do it. And I'm pretty sure that that both Immortal and Chemo did the same. And yeah, the rest is history. If I didn't find the hammer, I was going to water walk from Skullwoods over to Pod immediately, and just gamble on there something being in Pod.
And
So
it
it was,
turned out that it was something both NTR and Pod, so
yeah, not going to Eastern Palace early paid off dividends. I mean, it saved me a walk there, although eventually you would get the. It's not that far with just boots, but it's still a trip. And not checking the big key chest also helped a bit there. I was like, well, I have so many checks left. I have the full village of outcasts. I have possibly swamp if I find the flippers. I'm going to gamble that there's nothing in the chest at that point. But and there wasn't. So that was very nice. But like I said, that book really threw me off because I was like, okay, I have flippers. Flippers finds the book, so let's check out Bombo's tablet and Ether tablet before we do the rest of the dungeons.
Where was the big key in Pod?
In the back, I believe it was in the Dark
I believe.
Maze.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so yeah, I couldn't remember. So it's not too much of a faster go mode Pod, I guess.
No, it's like if it was big key in right side pods, I might have considered going. I would have probably done Helma first to find out what was on Helma, and then subsequently go to the back because pod has 5. Yeah, item density in pod is so high. It's pretty nice. It was. It was very strange because finding that flute in the back of swamp, if it wasn't there, like if it was left side swamp, or if it was on, could it have been on Pet actually? The seed, I think so, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because you got the book.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, that was the only way I saw it becoming a pet feed, but at that point it didn't really matter anymore because it was. But it was very quick, and I could feel the rust because that death from Mossula was just bad. It was like I didn't even hit it once, I think.
Yeah, I died on Mothula too. That sucked.
Yeah.
And I died in Escape too, like running to the princess. That was like a minute. I don't think I was out until like 6.5 minutes.
Yeah, that's the minute loss right there. That's the issue with dying on the way to princess. After that, it's usually not that big of a loss.
Yeah.
Unless you happen to die just before you exit Escape, but we don't talk about that anymore, right?
No.
Yeah.
But man, it was a feat, and it's very similar to all the qualifier seeds that I've been playing, all jet seeds, but at the same time very punishing if you go the wrong way, because if you would have gambled Aghanim, you would have been screwed over pretty badly here. But then again, given the fact that you have boot, which means that if you get the mid, then you have East Darkwold access, even if it isn't illogic.
Actually, an interesting point. If he like gambled Spiral Cave for some reason, even though I don't know if you'd ever do that, but it's suddenly an Aga seed. Like if gloves hadn't been there, for sure you're doing Aga.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah, it was literally like the last location right before he had to do Aga. It just happened to have the mints, so. Excuse me.
Well, it was good, and it was nice racing again. So thanks for having me, and of course, congrats to Immortal Koi for taking home the prize. Which is,
Yeah.
Do we even get a prize here? I don't think so, but still.
Isn't it like
internet points?
$1,000 grand prize?
Oh yeah. Let me just PayPal that to you.
The main tournament, whatever.
Just don't cash your check till for 10 years. You'll be fine. And, But so yeah, GG's to all you runners out there. And always please give our runners a follow. They put out a good show, and they're funny. You can tell that right away. So, but so yeah, and shout outs to our trackers today, Artero and Red Airmere, and my co-commentator Nitro6003. Pleasure commenting with you today.
As always.
All right. Any last words?
Less
dude.
Yahtzee, please. More pets.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're joined by our fourth place. Runner I'm sorry, I didn't see you jump in there. Scoopy Law, GG to you.
Thanks, I was here, but y'all were in the middle of stuff, so it's fine.
I'm sorry.
Still
I didn't
good.
see you sneak in there.
I thought I actually did alright with all the extra checks when I carried the lumberjack around. Or not the lumberjack, the other guy. Sword guy. Smith. But I don't want anybody to see I couldn't do Dever down. Still. But sure enough, everything is right in the path, so Jetsy always exposes some stuff for me. So plus at the end I saw I was last, so I just kind of started winging it. But yeah, that's all I got, I think.
Oh, it's a good race. You know, it's a nice, quick one for everyone here. So we appreciate that. And yeah, if there's something left, I think we're about done here.
Yeah, GG's everyone. Thanks for all the volunteer work.
Yeah,
It's
definitely. Thanks.
Yep, and well, with that, for my co-commentator Nitro, I am Captain 1977, and we'll see you next mission.